Hey everybody, Rocky Mountain Figures here. Today I am so happy to finally be saying this. We are going to be reviewing the new Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Wolverine and Hulk 2-pack. So let's get started. First things first, we are going to be taking a look at the packaging and the accessories that come with the figures. Then we're going to take a closer and quicker look at the Wolverine figure and show him off next to some other X-Men figures. Then we're going to take a in-depth look of the Hulk figure and its articulation, and also show him off next to some 80th anniversary figures that I already own and some other Avengers figures. So yeah, and after all that, we're gonna head to the conclusion. So yes, I'm so happy to finally have this 2-pack. So once again, we're gonna quickly just go over Wolverine, and then we're gonna go over the main star of the 2-pack, the Hulk figure. So let's get started with the packaging. Okay everybody, so getting started by looking at the packaging for the figure. Here's the front. You got Hulk right there, you got Wolverine, moving the camera down a little bit. You got some Hasbro 4 and up, Then up there you got the 80th years bookmark logo, the Legend series logo, and then of course I got this from GameStop, as you've seen in my Toy Hunt video. If you haven't seen that video already, click on my channel icon to go check it out. And the top right here has Marvel, I forgot what they call this, where they imprint it like this. I forgot what they call them. You got the dotted patterns. I've seen with others. Then it's really big to show. It's a really big box, so I'm gonna have to get out. There's the Hulk. There's a side of the Hulk where he's fighting. Putting the camera back and showing the back of the box. Actually, let me show off the UPC. There it is, right there, in case you need it. Alright, then showing the back of the box. It is a really big box. It's not really going to fit in frame that much, so bear with me here. And here is the back of the box for the two figures. So you got the bios, read that. You got the nice comic book cover. Then down below you got your legalese and whatnot. So yeah, it really is a big box. On the other side, you got Wolverine pictures right there from the old comic book. So throwing this box away, now let's show off some accessories. So now let's start showing off Wolverine's accessories. So putting it down, he comes with 2 claw hands, of course, out of the package. Let me focus. There you go. He comes with 2 of these, and they are nice. Of course, there's the regular claws that I kind of wish they gave us the X-Force claws that came with the X-Force Wolverine, the recent one. But it's nice blue. And of course, he comes with these hands, the fisted hands, or the powered down hands, where he's not showing off his claws. So they all pop into the figure nicely and easily. Now, getting to the Hulk's accessories, it comes with the ripped t-shirt, which is a very nice, very surprising accessory. But I kind of wish we would have gotten a extra head, maybe a screaming head or a stoic, calm face head. That would have been nice. So now getting to the hands, it comes with 2 fisted hands. So right here, comes with 2 fisted hands. Nice green color. You got the lime green when the light hits. So it's really nice. Got a little nick right there. That was from me. I've had this Hulk figure for a couple days now, so yeah. And then you got the other Hulk hands. These are like the more grabby hands, more like I'm gonna come at you hands, And even though they're small pegs, they do pop in right nicely and easily to the Hulk figure. But I would recommend to be careful with those small pegs, So now let's quickly go over the Wolverine figure. So here is the Wolverine figure. Now, of course, I'm just going to go over this figure as quick as possible. That way we can get to the Hulk figure, because, of course, that is the main star of the hour. It's the main reason why I got this 2-pack in the first place. But you know what? This is a really nice accessory, if you will. This Wolverine is pretty much, as Just Jay Hernandez calls it, a glorified accessory. So yeah, I do agree with him on that part. And but it is a nice addition to the 2-pack. So taking a look at the figure, itself. Let's take a look at the mask. I have the fisted hands on there. So yeah, Let's take a look at that. Let me focus right here. Take a look at that mask. The mask. I need to focus a little bit more. There you go. The mask is really nice. This mask and the shoulder pads are so far the only things new. So, but I do like this head sculpt. Really nice. Got the nice sculpted ears right there. Take a look at the back of the head later. And then you got the new sculpt. You got the new shoulder pads right there. They just shift up and down to move the arm. You know, it's got the nice butterfly joint. It's a standard Wolverine body. You also got the sculpted on hair, but of course they didn't paint it. What a disappointment. And you got the gloves. I already showed off the hands, so you know what's up. But yeah, it's nice blue, nice yellow. I like the contrast between the two. And you got the chest right there with the tiger stripes. I think the paint abs, the shoulder pads, and the head sculpt and the belt are all new to the Wolverine figure. Other than that, it's completely reused from the previous. I'll compare it later. Here's the legs, the boots. Get it to the back of the figure. The boots again, right there. You got the serial number, Wolverine butt. You got the back of the figure, back of the arms, and back of the head right there. So yeah, it wraps around pretty much the head, the ears. So yeah, again, like I said, it's a nice looking figure, and it would have been. I think it would have been cooler if it came with some more, maybe some more head sculpts, maybe a Logan head sculpt, because there was a lot of room in that package to that Hulk. So they could have added. Hasbro could have gone above and beyond and made it a little bit, you know, made the $60 a little bit more worth it, especially for the Wolverine figure. But of course, they didn't go that route. They instead just went with the route saying, "No, let's just pack Wolverine, 2 hands, and that's it." Now let's head to the. Let's start with the articulation. So his head is on a ball joint, so it can move up that far, move down that much, swivel, and no real head pivot. His arms, I think. The shoulder pads will move out of the way as you move the arms because it's all just pegged in with the peg, so move out that much. It does have butterfly joints, so move in that far. Or actually, no, never mind. Moves in farther. Then it moves back. Of course, it goes down, swirls around. Got bicep cut, double jointed elbows right there, so that's nice. Hands are all on the wrist, so they all move up, down, side to side. No roll the dice motion for the hands. You got an ab crunch, so it moves down that far. Moves back, not much, just like that, which is still okay. Now the belt is movable, so we'll get out of the way of the waist cut. Sorry if I'm not showing all the articulation. Sometimes I forget that I have a camera in front of me. Legs move up that far. They move back actually a little bit. It's not bad too. It's got upper thigh cut. You can do splits that much. So let me just show that. I think that's 45 degrees, so that's okay. He's got double jointed knees. Boots kind of hinder it a little bit, so it won't move in all the way. And there's my timer. I gotta speed this up now. He's got a boot cut right there. Moves up. Moves down. He's got ankle pivot, and I forgot to show this. He's got boot articulation. So yeah, really nice articulation set. This is a great Wolverine bug for the Wolverine figures. Of course, Hasbro's been using it for. Sorry, hit my mic a little bit. Hasbro's been using it for a couple of years now. So yeah, it's a really nice Wolverine bug. I really like it a lot. So now I'm gonna set him up, and we can start. And go ahead by showing him off next to some other figures. So I'm about to show off his height right now. He is, let me just get the tape measure. He is about, it looks like he's definitely below 6 inches, which is good because Wolverine in the comics is a short guy. But he's pretty much around 5.5. He's around the 5.5 inch mark. So that is a good height. Again, this buck is really well done, really well made. So now let's compare him next to some other X-Men figures. So first up, for comparisons, here we have our new classic Wolverine figure next to the Tiger Stripe Wolverine from last year's X-Men wave, and the brown suit Wolverine from the vintage wave. And yeah, you can see some of the differences between the three. Of course, they all utilize the same buck. and I guess it's more similar to the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, as the paint abs on the brown one is a little bit more different than the yellow one, but they do have the same belt, so that's cool. But yeah, this is the 3 figures right here, so you can definitely, you know, spot the differences. Now let's show them off next to one more comparison. So next up for comparisons, and last, here we have them next to some X-Men Blue members, the Cyclops figure from the Warlock wave, and the Beast figure from the Caliban wave. And yeah, that's gonna be less comparisons. So now let's start heading to the Hulk figure. So now the man of the hour right here. Here we're gonna start taking a look at the Hulk figure, and man, I am very excited to finally be you know, taking an in-depth look on him behind the camera. So let's get started. So I'm gonna straighten him out right here real quick, and we'll start getting a look at that head sculpt. It's a little bit bigger, so it's gonna be a little bit harder, but you know, let me focus right here. There you go. Now that head sculpt is really good. Now when I saw first pictures and first images of this figure, the head, I don't know why, the head really reminded me of the Lou Ferrigno Hulk, and I don't know why it did, but it did, and that's kind of weird how it did remind me of the Lou Ferrigno Hulk, but I think it's just the classic vibes. It just gave me that, you know, feel. Now taking a look at the top of the head right here, you can see that he has sculpted on hair, and it's got a little green dry brushing in there, so that's really nice. Really like that. And then here, looking at the chest, hit my mic again. I keep doing that, man. Sorry about that. The chest got the sculpted on veins. It's not painted on like the SDC exclusive, but you know, it's still really nice. Now then you got the abs set right there. They do have sculpted on nipples right there as well. So, oh no, wait. Now I hope YouTube's not gonna shut me down just because I said nipples. Come on, YouTube, be reasonable. Anyway, here's the arms, which are very bulky. Got nice veins right there, nice vein work. The hands, we already showed that off. And also, you know, same thing for the middle of the pec. When the light hits it, you can see a little bit light green or lime green color, which is nice. So getting a closer look at the pants right here. You got the rips with the nice details in it, and the back of the pants. You don't get as much rips, you just get stretch marks. Then you got the baby feet. Yeah, I got this name from Unparalleled Universe, the baby feet, which after he said it, I couldn't get it out of my head, and then he said the same thing about his friend telling me that now he couldn't get it out of his head. So yeah, every time I look at Hulk's feet, yeah, I think of baby feet, you know. Also got sculpted on toenails, but they're not painted like the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which upsets me a little bit, but it's all good. This is a nice Hulk figure anyway. Here's the back, and in the back right there, you can really see the musculature. Wow, that is a lot of muscle right there. And we already checked out the back of the head, the back of the arms right here. See, the lime green kind of pops out as soon as the light hits, which is nice. So yeah, straightening out this Hulk, putting him in the back. We're gonna start taking a look at his articulation. So I'm gonna stand out on my seat for this one, so hopefully I can get everything in frame. His head is on a dumbbell joint, so his head moves, head moves up that far, it moves down side to side. Now it is on a dumbbell joint, so it can rock a lot, which is nice. His arms can move out that far. He does have butterfly joints that only move toward the back, so it moves back that far. He can move down all around. He's got bicep cut, single jointed elbows that also have a swivel. His arms or hands move up, down, side to side. I'm hoping I'm capturing all this well on camera. Sorry if I'm not. Oh, there goes my camera's clicking away. There you go. He does have a diaphragm joint, so you know, his he can crunch down. It's actually crunched down a good amount right there. As for back, not so much, but you still get nice back movement right there. Now you don't want to move the diaphragm joint side to side, or you know, pivot it, because then it'll start scratching up the ab set right here and the top part under the pecs. So don't do that. Leave the side to side to the waist cut. His legs, they do move out that far. They do move back, not so much. He does have a thigh cut right there, and his legs can move a little bit more than 45 degrees. Again, hopefully I'm capturing this on camera. I hope I am. Then he looks like he's doing that dance move. He bend his knee like that. No boot swivel or no, ankle or boot cut right there. Ankles do move down. They do move up, and he does have ankle pivot. So yeah, really great articulation for a big Hulk figure. We usually don't really get that a lot, but for this Hulk figure, we do. So moving him back all the way over here. He's a big Hulk figure. So we're gonna show him off next to the tape measure, and then compare him next to some other Avengers and 80th anniversary figures. So taking a look at Hulk, I know he's a big hunky dude. I know he is. He is pretty much, he's right around the 8-inch mark. So he is pretty much a Build-A-Figure sized toy right there. Ooh, move them a little bit. He's a Build-A-Figure sized toy. That is really nice, especially since this is $60, and it's almost like you're getting a Build-A-Figure for half the price with an additional figure and accessories. That is really nice. So now let's compare him next to some Hulk figures. So first up for comparisons, here is the our new Hulk figure next to the Diamond Select Hulk figure, which is pretty much my very first Hulk action figure when I started collecting, and the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulk figure, which is one of the best Hulk figures, or movie Hulk figures, or just Hulk figures in general of all time. But I think that spot's gonna go to this new Hulk figure. Now this Hulk figure is amazing. Well done, Hasbro. You deserve applause right there. But I still really like this Tamashii Nations Hulk figure, and the Diamond Select Hulk figure has been my main Hulk, my main Avengers shelf Hulk figure for such a long time, man. It's pretty outdated, especially that head sculpt. Jesus, man, he looks like he just chomped someone's head off. But yeah, it's definitely getting replaced. My dad and I actually had a little argument on which Hulk figure is better. Now, he likes the details on the Diamond Select, but I feel like the Marvel Legends one has a balance between the two, has nice articulation while having nice details and nice paint abs and all that. So I still really like this new Marvel Legends Hulk a little bit better than the Diamond Select, but the Diamond Select, I will never forget about it. It's amazing. It's a really well detailed Hulk. Now let's do one more comparison. So last but certainly not least, here is the Hulk figure next to the big three right here, the Holy Trinity of Marvel. This is an awesome setup. I can't believe that, oh, there goes my camera. I can't believe that, Hasbro finally did it. They gave us a classic looking Avengers team along with the other vintage figures I'm not going to bring out right now. But yeah, man, this is really awesome. So when it comes to the 80th anniversary figures, I'm not too sure if I'm going to get any more. I'm not going to get the Juggernaut and Colossus 2-pack. And it's very uncertain whether or not I'll get any of the MCU 2-packs anytime soon. So this is all the 80th figures I'm going to get. So including Wolverine in here, I'm going to start ranking them. So my least favorite is got to be the Wolverine figure. It's just, I'm one of those people that, don't really need a Wolverine figure. There's a lot coming out already, and I don't really need all of them, especially this classic looking Wolverine. I will add them to the Avengers shelf that I will make though, but just because of the classic look. But I think I never really needed it, so it wasn't really a priority for me. I just wanted to get it to get to the Hulk figure. But besides that, it is still a good figure. I really do like it a lot. And then next up on my list is Thor. Thor's my first 80th anniversary figure, very classic looking. I really dig this Thor figure. It's a really nice figure. I highly, recommend it if you, again, are a Thor fan or you just want to complete the classic team. My next up on my list is going to be the Captain America. Captain America is awesome. I really like it. It was very hard to track down, but I finally got him. Next up on the list is Iron Man. Iron Man, my number 2 spot. He's my favorite out of the big three. He's just the shininess of the figure. Of course, it's not too shiny. It's just in between. It's just right. You know, when the light hits it, it does reflect off. So I like that a lot. You know, the paint abs, the accessories, the Tony Stark heads, the extra heads. Really nice figure. And of course, my favorite out of the 5 is this Hulk figure, man. This Hulk figure is amazing. I love it so much. Of course, if you haven't been paying attention to the video, you have no idea why I love it so much, do you? So now let's start heading to the conclusion / opinion portion of the video. So that is going to be it for the review. Getting to my quick thoughts on both of the figures, starting with the Wolverine figure. I really do like the Wolverine figure, but again, as I mentioned in my ranking section, it is, you know, it's not something that I really needed. Now, of course, when it comes to the positives of the figure, I do like the color contrast between the red, the blue, and the yellow, and the black. And I do like the new head sculpt. The shoulder pads, I feel like could use a little bit more work. They're not covering the inside of the shoulders too much. As you can see, you kind of can get a little peek of the shoulders. So, kind of wish that was a little bit improved upon. And you know, I guess paint abs. There's a little bit of you know, quality control issues. So and of course the claws. The claws definitely came out warped, and every time I just touch the claws, they become warped. Kind of wish it would have gave us some of the more classic claws that you see on the comic book cover behind them. You know, the more curved claws instead of the straight claws or the X-Force claws. But nonetheless, ranking the figure alone, it is going to be a 7 out of 10. But getting to the Hulk figure is so amazing. Just get out of the way real quick. It's 10 out of 10 material. It is probably the best Hulk figure of all time when it comes to the toy community and the toy, you know, just any Hulk toy in general. I don't have any of the old toy bits, so sorry I didn't compare it to the others, but there's plenty of other reviewers out there who have more than me, so they'll definitely have the Hulk figure to compare it to. But man, oh man, this Hulk figure is amazing, and it's definitely a must get. So ranking the 2-pack alone, I would say it's worth the buy. Even for $60, like I mentioned before, it's almost like you're getting a build-a-figure size toy for half the price, because usually build-a-figures, you know, to build it costs around $120 to $140, or even more depending on the rarity of some figures in the wave, or you know, just the whole wave in general. But it's almost like you're getting it for half off, or a little bit more than half off, plus some extra accessories and an extra figure with it too. So again, I really think this 2-pack was worth it. Now on screen, I will show a picture of the Target app or the Target website that shows the 2-pack for $35 in case you find it in a Target that rings up for $60. I'll put it up there in the video. Hopefully I'll remember to put it up. It will show it for $35. So if you want to price match it, that's great. Go ahead. Yeah, I think that's it for the review. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment what your thoughts on this 2-pack, what your thoughts on the video. I always appreciate constructive criticism, not negativity criticism. I had a few days ago on the Iron Man review and whatnot, had this guy that kept saying no, and I didn't know what he mean by that, but I can kind of tell it was a little bit negative. He didn't tell me what his problem was with me. I asked him what's his problem, and then he started saying that, oh, you know, I'm not from here, I speak Spanish, you know. So then I brought out my Spanish, and I was like, well, you know. And then he started disliking on the videos. Now I knew he was disliking on the videos because he was the only activity for the day. He was only on my YouTube, and he's just, disliking on my videos for so far no reason. Now it would have been fine if he would have told me what his reason was. I would have looked into it. I would have approved upon it. But of course, this guy had no reason at all to dislike, no reason at all to come in, bring the negativity into this toy community world. So, you know, just wanted to give a little shout out to that guy and warn you guys that I do not appreciate negativity. Constructive criticism is welcome when it comes to, you know, this YouTube channel. I know it's growing. I know, maybe the quality isn't the best. It's definitely not better than Artemis Prime, Jester Hernandez, and Parallel Universe. But I just want you to know that I'm working on improving upon it based on your guys' questions and criticism. So just keep keep all negative comments to yourself and just tell me what you guys would like to see more, and I'll see what I can do to improve upon it. But other than that, my link for my Instagram and my eBay will be in the description below. Make sure to check those things out. And I think that's it. So sorry if the video was a little bit longer than expected. But, you know, I just had a lot to say about the Hulk figure. So again, hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys next time.